Good evening, I'm your host Camelia and you're watching KiniNews. Najib Abdul Razak has filed for a new apex court bench to review its decision to reject his appeal in the SRC International case. Former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak has applied for a review of the federal court's decision to uphold his conviction and sentence in the 42 million ringgit SRC International corruption case. Najib's lawyer from Shafi's legal firm filed the review application yesterday. He is also asking that the court set aside their decision to dismiss his application to recuse Chief Justice Tun Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat, along with its decision on August 16th in dismissing his application to adduce additional information. According to Bernama, Najib is also seeking a stay of execution of his conviction and sentence pending the hearing of his review application. On August 23rd, a 5-person federal court bench chaired by Tengku Maimun denied Najib's appeal to quash his conviction over 7 criminal charges, as well as the 12-year jail term and 210 million ringgit fine. Najib is currently serving his sentence at the Kajang prison. The prison department has denied another allegation of Najib receiving special treatment in prison. The prison department has denied rumours that former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak was not being held in a jail cell. In a post on Facebook today, the prison department posted a WhatsApp message on the rumour and said that the information was not true. They also called on the public to stop spreading the message. The rumour, which had spread through WhatsApp recently, had claimed that Najib was being held in a house on the prison grounds meant for senior prison officers. The message cited an alleged anonymous source who worked at the Kajang prison in their claim. This is the second time that the prison department has issued a statement refuting allegations that Najib was given special treatment. They had previously denied allegations that Najib would be occupying a VIP room equipped with various facilities in the Kajang prison. Najib was jailed on August 23rd after losing his final appeal against a conviction for abuse of power, criminal breach of trust, and money laundering in the SRC International case. He was sentenced to 12 years in jail and a 210 million ringgit fine in default of another 5 years imprisonment. Still on Najib, a banker testified during his 1MDB corruption trial today that 38 checks worth 8.4 million ringgit were issued by the former premier to individuals, political entities, and companies in 2011 and 2012. A senior manager at M-Bank's check processing unit has testified that former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak issued 38 checks worth 8.4 million ringgit between November 2011 and March 2012. Badrul Hisham Muhammad said this in his testimony during the 2.28 billion ringgit 1MDB corruption trial against Najib today. Badrul Hisham, who is the 35th prosecution witness, testified that 6 companies received a total of 1.4 million ringgit, 18 individuals received 2.1 million ringgit, and 8 Umno entities, as well as a single BN entity, received a total of 4,870,000 ringgit. According to Badrul, Najib issued 2 of the checks, totaling 2 million ringgit to Selangor Umno during this time. Other noteworthy recipients of the checks are Selangor Wanita Umno, Machang Umno, Pekan Umno, former Lands and Cooperatives Development Minister Kasita Gadam, former Human Resources Minister Richard Riot, and Pekan Wanita Umno. Najib is on trial for 4 counts of abuse of power and 21 counts of money laundering involving 2.28 billion ringgit from 1MDB. The prosecution contended that the wrongdoing at 1MDB was carried out by businessperson Low Tek Jo, also known as Joe Low, and several others with the blessing of Najib. However, Najib's defense team claimed that Najib had no knowledge of the crime at 1MDB and that the embezzlement was solely masterminded by Low and other members of the fund's management. Moving on to PKR, as the 15th general election draws near, the party has announced that they will kick off a series of mega rallies across the country from this coming Sunday. PKR has announced that they will kick off a series of mega rallies across the country starting from this Sunday. In a press conference today, PKR Communications Director Fahmi Fadzil said the program will start in Gombak, Selangor from 5 p.m. to midnight this Sunday. He said the program was aimed at introducing the new PKR lineup to the public ahead of the 15 general election and to strengthen the party at the state and division level. Asked why Gombak was picked as the first spot for the rally, Fahmi stopped short of mentioning names but said the focus would be on the seats of traitors.
Saya sendiri bertemu dengan pengundi-pengundi yang mengatakan, ya YB saya undi dulu. Ya, tapi kali ini saya tak nak undi lah. Buat apa saya nak undi? Dan antara sebab mereka patah hati adalah kerana tindakan para pengkhianat ini, si Kitol dan Mendelia. Jadi kita gempur Gombak pada Ahad ini dan keadilan kita nak tonjolkan di Gombak masih kukuh kuat bersepadu dan akan merampas semula kerusi insya-Allah pada PRU ke-15 nanti.
Fahmi added that the mega rally will then move on to every state and senior party figures such as PKR President Anwar Ibrahim, his deputy Rafizi Ramli, and the party's vice presidents will be in attendance. Pakatan Harapan has not had any discussions about accepting other parties into the coalition yet. This was the reply from its communication director when quizzed on Muda's application to join them. Pakatan Harapan's Presidential Council has not discussed Muda's application to join the coalition yet. This is according to Pakatan Harapan Communication Director Fahmi Fadzil. Asked when Muda's application to join Harapan will be discussed, Fahmi did not give a definite date but said the Presidential Council will meet more frequently as GE15 draws near.
Saya sendiri secara peribadi baru mengetahui tentang niat untuk membuat permohonan ini melalui media. Jadi setakat ini kita belum ada apa-apa dari segi hitam putih. Setakat ini yang telah saya lihatlah sendiri.
He added that for now, the focus will be to sort out seat allocation matters for the 15 general election. He said seats left by former partner Bersatu will be up for negotiation, while constituencies belonging to coalition partners will be left as status quo. Yesterday, Muda President Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman said his party has had informal talks with Harapan senior leadership on joining the coalition. An Umno leader has responded to Dr. Mahathir Mohamad over his remarks that Najib's imprisonment would not cleanse Umno of its corruption-tainted image. Umno Information Chief Shahril Hamdan has called on former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad to face Umno in the upcoming 15 general election. Shahril said this in response to Mahathir's statement yesterday that former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak's imprisonment would not cleanse Umno of its corruption-tainted image. In a Facebook post today, he said if Mahathir feels that Umno is evil and has to be defeated, they should meet at the 15th general election and let the people decide. Shahril said this was Mahathir's right and it was also their right to offer themselves as a party that promises loyalty and stability. He added that there was no need for Mahathir to badmouth Umno and portray all its members as ugly, stupid and corrupt. While he respected Mahathir for leading Umno and the country in the past, Shahril said it did not mean party members would take all of Mahathir's insults lying down. Shahril said he understood that Mahathir was renowned for his sharp tongue, both locally and in the global arena, but hoped he would not disrespect an institution he once led. Yesterday, Mahathir had claimed that corruption in Umno has gone down to the grassroots level. He said this was the reason why the party should be completely rejected in GE15 and be replaced with another party that champions the Malays. The police and government have failed in their bid to dismiss M. Indira Gandhi's lawsuit against them. The Court of Appeal has dismissed the application by the police and government to strike out M. Indira Gandhi's lawsuit against them. Indira had filed a suit over the authorities' alleged failure to arrest her Muslim convert former husband and recover their daughter Prasanna Diksa. A three-member panel led by Court of Appeal Judge Hanipa Farikullah unanimously decided to uphold last year's Kuala Lumpur High Court ruling to dismiss the striking out application by the appellants and to proceed with a full trial. Hanipa said the case is a matter of evidence which must be dealt with by way of trial. She also awarded Indira 10,000 ringgit in costs and fixed for case management of the suit for September 14th. Indira had filed the suit against then Inspector General of Police Abdul Hamid Bador over the latter's alleged failure to track down her former husband Muhammad Ridwan Abdullah, arrest him, and recover prasana from him on October 28th last year. The police force, Hamid, the Home Ministry, and the government were named as defendants in the suit. According to Indira's lawsuit, the IGP allegedly failed to abide by two orders of the High Court in Ipoh, which were issued on May 30, 2014. The first order was a committal order for Ridwan to be jailed for failing to return prasana to Indira. The second one was a recovery order for the Royal Malaysia Police and the court bailiff to search for and retrieve prasana from Ridwan and return the child to Indira. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.